Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. Ready or not, let's do this. This is a ridiculously early morning webinar to start your day off right, whether you're ready for it or not. There's a little bit of mindset, a little bit of business sense, something to help your MLM, network marketing, small business, brick and mortar, online and off, getting off to a good start and running like a well-oiled machine. Whether you are a newbie, a seasoned veteran, or somewhere in between, there's something here for you. Welcome. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City, out in the borough of Queens. Happy Monday to you. Today's Motivational Mindset Monday, and I have some great nuggets for you to share. I was listening to a talk by Les Brown last night, and it's called The Decision to Act. And I have some notes written here that I want to share with you today that I think are extremely powerful. I'm just coming out of oh wow. I have the word in my head, mastermind. I was at a mastermind last week. There's a lot of M's today, Monday, Motivational Mindset Monday, mastermind. I was at a mastermind last week in Las Vegas, Monday, Tuesday, and I returned Wednesday back to New York. And it was with Attraction Marketing Queen Diane Hookman. 6 of us got together and we met in Las Vegas, and we met with Diane Hookman, and we just masterminded, and we asked her questions and she answered our questions, and we addressed a lot of things, and we came out of that mastermind with a clearly defined, well, each of us came out of there knowing what we needed to do next. And it all starts with a decision. We all decided that each and every one of us in this mastermind saw that we were not at where we really wanted to be in our businesses. We wanted more. And we made a decision to reach out to a leader to help us. And we all made that decision, and we invested money and time to come out to Las Vegas and to consult and to mastermind and to talk. And as a result, now we have this wealth of information that we have made the decision to get out there in the form of content, in the form of actions, in the form of little things that we do every single day to grow our businesses online. So what Les Brown says about the Decision Act, first started out saying that decision making is a challenge for all of us because we're held back by a lot of things. But major 3 things that we're held back from is the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and the lack of self-confidence. Those are the 3 major things that are holding us back from making a major decision. We are scared to fail. We are scared that if we go out there and we try something and we don't do it right, then that is pretty much a mark and we can't ever do it again. But to think about this. You need to fail forward. You have to go out there when you're doing something entirely new, especially entrepreneurship, which is not an easy thing. It's extremely complex, especially since we've gone through all our lives in school learning one way to live our life. When we discover this brand new way to live our life, it's something that we have to learn about and we have to practice. Like anything, it's like riding a bike. You get on the bike and it's a brand new thing for you. I remember I had a 4-wheeler. In fact, my 4-wheeler was this pink 4-wheeler bike by Fonzie. Anyone remember Fonzie from Happy Days? I'm dating myself. Fonzie. Hey, Fonzie. That's what it had on there was this guard over the chain, and had him with the thumbs up, and he said, hey. And so that was my 4-wheeler. And the cool thing about my bike, which was a 4-wheeler, is that the training wheels are able to be removed. And that was the day that came that I was going to learn how to ride on 2 wheels. They be removed. I don't remember who removed the training wheels, but my friends and family, they, you know how they get on the side of the bike and they just run with you and then they throw you and you have to start pedaling as quickly as possible. And of course, there are times when you fall down and you scrape your knees. But what do you do when you're learning how to ride a bike? You have to get back up again, brush yourself off, get back on the bike, and do it over and over and over again. So the same goes in life, when you're embracing something brand new as an entrepreneurship, your own business, you need to just get out there and do it and try. And you're going to fail, you're going to fall, you're going to get scraped and sometimes get beat up. But the key here is to get up and do it again. And that takes a decision. When you make the decision to act and decide, okay, I'm going to succeed at this no matter what. I'm going to keep on moving forward and never give up until I get this right, until I get the hang of all this and everything's running like a well-oiled machine. I'm making that decision to move forward, and you can make that decision as well. So lots of people, they have to face crises or hit rock bottom before they decide to make a decision. Let me say that again. Lots of people have to face crises or hit rock bottom until they decide to take action. Les Brown gave some really cool examples of friends who have been in poor health. You know, they were overweight and they were eating poorly and smoking, and then a trip to the doctor that reveals that they have emphysema or diabetes, and they won't be able to do several things like, what was the one thing that was really funny? He talked about one friend who had gotten diabetes, who was overweight, who was not eating very well. And his doctor said, well, you can lose a leg or you can go blind. But then when the doctor told him, you can become impotent, he was like, help me, doctor, help me. That was a funny example. But why do you have to get to the point of a crisis or hitting rock bottom until you decide to take action? For Les Brown's friend, the idea of becoming impotent was his crisis, his rock bottom before he decided, okay, I need to take action. I need to start eating better, eating more vegetables and drinking more water and stopping smoking so he can get into better health. But you don't have to wait till a crisis to do something. You don't have to wait to hit rock bottom until you decide to take action. Why not take action right now? What month are we in? We are in the month of December, the last month of this year of 2014. It's a month of holidays and getting together with families, and really people are just taking it easy, because it's the holidays and yay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But how about deciding to take action right now for your business and just going all out, even though the urge is just to sit back and relax and have a hot toddy or a hot chocolate or whatever is the trend at Starbucks, chestnut something or pumpkin spice. I'm sorry, I'm not well versed in the Starbucks lingo, but I do love coffee beverages. But instead of just going with the flow, why not amping up your efforts for your business and taking action every single day, making that decision to take action every single day, no matter how little it is, but you're taking some form of action and gunning up and gearing up your business for 2015. I guarantee you, making that decision today will help eliminate hitting that rock bottom or that crisis tomorrow that is forcing you to take action. Don't wait to hit rock bottom or that crisis before you take action. Start taking action right now. And you can practice something called zero-level marketing that I learned from Diane Hochman, which is what is the least thing you can do each and every day to move your business forward. It could be one thing or two things. For me, it's this webinar. I get up in the morning, ridiculously early morning, at 6 in the morning, I start this webinar, and I post it on my social media, and I give it a little bit of a description, and just to help boost my business and move it forward. That is one form of zero-level marketing. Another form is that you can write a blog. You decide to meet 10 new people each day. In fact, the 3 things that you should be doing every day minimally for your zero-level marketing is to create content, is to meet 10 people a day, and it's to write to your list. Write to your list. And if you don't have a list, start meeting people so you can create a list. You can write so that you can have a list to write to. And all of these things all require a decision to move forward, to act forward. So he says this, and I'm going to quote him, Les Brown. When we look out on our lives, you ask the questions, what are you going to do? As you think about this, what you're going to do, write down three strong reasons on why you know you must take action. And here's the key. Be explicit and descriptive in your reasons why. So this is an exercise that Les Brown is asking us to do, to make that decision. Decide what you need to do and why, and write down 3 reasons why. Not simple, I need to do this because of this and that and this. No, write 3 descriptive reasons why. 3 explicit reasons why. You need to be very specific. I watched another webinar last night by, it was the Good Life Project, Jonathan Fields, and he was interviewing, let me look at my notes. He was interviewing, I think his name is Kaufman, Josh Kaufman, on accelerated learning, how you can learn anything in 20 hours. And what Josh Kaufman said, he had to make a decision of what you're going to learn, but you have to be specific on what you want to learn. Like, you just can't say, I want to learn how to play golf, or I want to be a good golfer. That's way too vague. You instead can say, I want to learn how to tee off. I want to learn how to tee off the tee. Or I want to learn how to hit the ball right off the tee. Or I want to know how to make this exaggerated swing so that the ball can go off 50 feet. You want to be more specific in your goals to learn something. When the more specific you are, the more targeted you can be in describing your goal and reaching it. And the same goes for making that decision to act and writing down 3 strong reasons why you need to act, what you need to do and how to act upon it. Becomes easier when you write down your 3 explicit reasons why, and you're descriptive and you're specific on why you need to act on those things. Because once you have those 3 descriptive, explicit reasons why, they, in the words of Les Brown, those reasons give you power. And they will drive you because you have those 3 descriptive reasons. In fact, you can type these out, but it's better to handwrite them with a pen. One of these things, which seems to be becoming obsolete. Well, never for me. I love pens. But there are people who like to type things out and put things on their smartphone. But there is value in handwriting everything. Handwriting it into a notebook, like so. Keeping a journal or an agenda, like so. There is merit and value in writing things out. I'm going to tell you why in just a bit. But you're going to write 3 strong reasons why, and be very specific and be explicit, because having those reasons why, that's what I was saying, better to handwrite them on a piece of paper and keep it in your wallet, keep it in your pocket, carry it with you every time, because these reasons that you have power, and they will drive you. And when you are lacking in faith, or your faith is very weak, they will bolster your faith. They will make it stronger. When you feel like you don't want to do anything, you just want to sit back and just your reasons are going to say, no, don't stop, keep moving forward. Like Les Brown says here, when you have an inner conversation that says, no, don't do that, your reasons will become your rod and your staff. And they will comfort you to take you through those challenging moments. Doing something new is not simple. It's not easy. It's going to be complex. Becoming an entrepreneur, setting up your own business, that's not an easy thing. Especially when you're doing something that's out of the norm and you're facing challenges from your loved ones and your family and your friends and saying, you're doing that thing again, that pyramid thing. Are you still doing that? And it's even harder when it comes from someone like your mom, your father, your sister, your brother. And there's like, you're doing that again? That's a scam. When people say, or if you're just doing something that is just not comfortable for people to grasp, of course they're going to challenge you. because, you are, in a sense, challenging them out of their comfort zone. They're seeing you do this. But if you have a whole support group, kudos to you and more power to you. But, making the decision to move forward despite the challenges is extra brownie points for you. So what Les Brown says is to write down your reasons. And I say write them out by hand because it's much better than typing. Because when you write something by hand, there's something that happens and it creates an indelible mark in your mind. You tend to remember it more often because you wrote it down by hand. So here is something. Here's a quote by Howard Thurman on the decision to act. And I'm going to read it to you because it's really, really, well, it's pretty deep. I'm going to read it to you right now. The decision to act. And this is Howard Thurman was a minister. And he wrote this. He said this. It's a wondrous thing that a decision to act releases energy in the personality. For days on end, a person may drift along without much energy, having no particular sense of direction and having no will to change. Then something happens to alter that pattern. It may be something very simple and inconsequential in itself, but it stabs awake. It alarms, it disturbs. In a flash, one gets a vivid picture of one's self, and it passes. The result is a decision, sharp, definitive decision. In the wake of the decision, yes, even as a part of the decision itself, energy is released. The act of decision sweeps all before it, and the life of the individual may be changed forever. Now, those are some really deep, powerful words on the impact of making the decision. You create an energy. You even realize that when you've been fearing something for the longest time and you make the decision to conquer that fear, when you make the decision to conquer that fear, you feel better all of a sudden once you do it and you take over that. In 2012, 2013, I had a fear of the phone. I didn't like to talk on the phone. I couldn't even call family and friends because I hated talking on the phone. But as an entrepreneur, that is one thing that I needed to conquer. In fact, when I started in my early days as an entrepreneur, I was listening to a leader who said, your fear is where your success lies. And I realized that is what I needed to do. I needed to conquer my fear of the phone so that I can experience success as an entrepreneur. So what did I do? I bought leads, not with the hopes of selling my product, only to practice my conversation techniques, my communication skills, and get over that fear of the phone. A lot of people have fear of the phone because they fear that they call the person on the other line, the other person is going to reject them, and they're going to fail, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I went through that. Cold calling is a beast. It is brutal because, you get pretty much people who, they don't care. They are tire kickers and they will challenge you and they will curse you and they will hang up on you. And you need to go through that so that you come out stronger, so that you learn not to take things personally. But it all starts with a decision to move forward, to fail forward, to conquer that fear of the phone or conquer that fear of approaching people and talking to them, to conquer that fear of failure, of rejection, to get over that what was the third thing I said? That lack of self-confidence. It's a decision that you need to take to move forward. And if you are having challenges on making that decision, I encourage you to find someone to help you, find a mentor, someone that can inspire you to get over your fears and make that decision to make your life better, to take those little steps each and every day to improve on your business, to improve on yourself. Find self-help books, motivational books, books that stimulate the entrepreneurial mindset, books like Books by Anthony Robbins, by Robert Kiyosaki, the 4-hour work week, 4-hour work day, 4-hour work week, things like that. You know, you can even Google inspirational quotes on anything, on almost anything on Google, and you'll find a plethora of stuff. Or you can go on YouTube and listen to Les Brown, motivational speakers like Les Brown or Anthony Robbins. It's all out there in this world that we live, filled with technology and things that are right at our fingertips. We have it here. We have it within ourselves. It all takes a decision to move forward. So here is what Les Brown says. When you decide to make decisions, to act, you begin to access power within. You begin to access the power within you that will increase your self-esteem, that will increase and enhance your personal power, that will put you in charge of your life. Do you want me to read that to you again? And I will. When you decide to make decisions, to act, you begin to access power within you that will increase your self-esteem, that will increase and enhance your personal power, that will put you in charge of your life. The moment I made a decision to conquer my fear of the call, the moment I decided to buy leads and call them every single day, no matter what, I started feeling better about myself. I started to realize, why am I taking this stuff personally? This is all part of the deal. And this day now, I am in more control of my life. Yes, even though this is really early and I still can't enunciate my words. But making the decision to move forward doesn't mean that you're not going to have struggles. You're going to have struggles. Things are going to get hard. There are days that you're just going to want to throw in the towel, but you can't, because you made a promise to never give up. And you just have to keep on moving forward. Excuse me. Even if you don't see anything happening right then, right now, keep moving forward. Make that decision to keep moving forward. Even when times are tough, even when you don't see any results, you need to keep on moving forward. So when you do this and you make a decision to move forward, you're putting yourself in a position to grow, to move out of your comfort zone. You're putting yourself in line with your higher calling, as Les Brown likes to say. And that is what life is all about. Excuse me. John C. Maxwell said this: if you want to increase your focus and become effective on a level you've never experienced before, then make a decision to prioritize your life and manage the discipline of your priorities every day. So you need to make a decision on what you need to do and why. Write those 3 reasons why and be explicit, be very specific why. Write them down with a pen or pencil on a piece of paper and carry that paper with you in your purse, your handbag, your pocket, your wallet, and look at it every single day. And why do I say handwrite? And here we come to our business sense moment. Handwriting things. Now, of course, technology is a wonderful thing. Computers are an amazing thing where we can type our notes into our computers, into our laptops, into our tablets, into our smartphones, and carry a plethora of books with us everywhere in the palm of our hand like that. But there is value in handwriting stuff down. And why is that? Well, it says here that writing stimulates a bunch of cells at the base of the brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS. And what is the RAS? What does it do? It acts as a filter for everything your brain needs to process, giving more importance to the stuff that you're actively focusing on at the moment. So when you're physically writing something down, you're actually focused on what you're writing down, and that activates the RAS part of your brain. It triggers it. It sends a signal to the cerebral cortex saying, wake up, pay attention, don't miss this detail. So when you're writing something down, here's my DIY agenda. I just took a plain book and I made it into my agenda. And every day I write down the things I need to do. And yesterday I wrote down that I had this huge project I needed to get done. And it took me all day to finish this project. I didn't finish till like 10 p.m. in the evening. I started at noon, and I just kept going till 10 p.m. And that was one of the things I had written down, and I didn't stop till I finished it. And that was in my agenda. I had handwritten it down and had made it important because I handwrote it. And of course, because I handwrote it, my reticular activating system was activated, and it told the cerebral cortex of my brain, wake up, pay attention, don't miss this important detail, which meant I had to get this project done because I had a deadline to meet, and I did it. And so, yes. And it says here in my notes, once you write down a goal, your brain will be working overtime to see you get it done. So when you physically write down a goal, when you physically write down your decision to act, and you physically write down your 3 reasons that are detailed and explicit and specific, you're going to act on it because your reticular activating system is activated, and your brain is sending a signal to your cerebral cortex to say, pay attention, look at this, don't miss this detail, this needs to get done. The act of writing helps clarify your thoughts, remember things better, and reach your goals more surely. So that act of writing things down helps you to think more clearly, remember things better, and reach your goals more surely. And I remember, and this is something that my coach and friend Diane Hoopman has always said, by writing things down. When you write things down, you do remember them more clear. And I see that. And I've started doing that. I do teach every week. I teach a class. And I used to just read my research, do my research, and just type my notes down. And I had a very difficult time remembering things when I taught. When I switched over to just writing in a notebook, writing in my notes in a notebook, and then typing my notes down just for neatness and clarity, I found that I remembered things much better. So I don't mind writing because I love pens and paper. You know, here's my note, even though it has Angry Birds. One of these days, I'm going to talk about my love of stationery and papers and pens. I geek out over that. The reason why I have an Angry Birds notebook, not is because I like Angry Birds. Well, I do like Angry Birds, but I like more the paper that is found inside of this notebook. It has a certain texture and a certain feel to it that appeals to me and appeals to the pens that I use to write on that. One day we'll talk to you about that. That's a little bit of uniqueness of Mina that I'm revealing to you today. But to write things down helps you remember things more clearly. It helps you remember things better and identify your goals even better. So what can you do today? I encourage you to sit down at least for 20 minutes and plan out your day and physically write it down. What you're going to do today. Write down 3 goals that you want to get done today and why. 3 things you need to get done today and why, your reasons why. Handwrite it down. You know, have your favorite coffee beverage, plan out your day, and handwrite it down. And I guarantee you, you will have more focus and completing what you need to get done today, and you will reach your goals. So I want to thank you for stopping by today at Rise and Shine, Ready or Not, Let's Do This. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City, wishing you a happy Motivational Monday. And if you enjoyed this webinar, I encourage you to give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with a friend or two. I will see you tomorrow at the same time, same channel right here. Thanks so much, guys. Cheers. Bye.